everybody. It's me, Miss Vibrations. I'm here tonight with the lovely dating coach. Y'all already know I love coach. Y'all love coach. Now everybody need to use coach so we can find love, right?
Absolutely.
Sick of us looking for love in all the wrong places.
But thank you for having me back again. I appreciate it. You know, I always enjoy myself when I come here, spend time with you. I love your energy. And for anyone who is not familiar with me, my name is Coach Nick Love. I'm a dating and relationship coach. I help my clients create a strategic dating plan so they can be successful at dating and date well.
Yes, that's what you do. So how was Christmas? We haven't been together since Christmas, have we?
Not since last week. Since we filmed. That was like, a couple of days before Christmas.
So
right?
did Santa Claus bring you anything good? Like, what's going on?
So for Christmas, for me, it's not about like gifts and stuff. It's about more like quality time, spending time with loved ones and things like that. So that's more so what I always focus on when it comes to Christmas. Like I usually don't buy gifts for Christmas. I tell my family I give them love throughout the year. So that's more me. So when it comes to like the gifts and stuff, I feel like that's more superficial. And for me, I like to give love throughout the year. I want it to be like December 25th, so I have to buy you a gift.
Yeah.
So I don't buy gifts for Christmas. However, some family members and friends, they still they choose to buy me a gift, and they understand how I've been. I've been this way since high school, so I mean, I got a couple of things.
So since you don't do that, do you? So then, if that's the case, coach, you should be rejecting the gifts.
Oh no, because I can't tell someone how to show their love. You know, my love language, like gifts is always at the bottom. My top love language is like quality time and physical touch. So this is how I show love, by quality time, giving quality time to my loved ones. So if their love language is gift giving, I'm not going to tell someone how to, show their love and things like that. So. Yeah. And they're fine with it. Like if they're not okay with it, they can choose not to buy me a gift.
He said, if y'all not okay with it, y'all can choose not to buy him a gift. Well, Santa was pretty good to me, but I'm just feeling like you. Like I just was grateful. This Christmas was definitely a different one, only because it was like everybody couldn't be together. But everybody still got everything that they asked for. But it was just like I just really was like relaxed this Christmas. It was good, just laying around in the house, and I was scrolling through the internet, looking at everybody else enjoy Christmas too. Like, oh, wish I was there, When I sat here, I was just working. You guys, I just been working so hard on CCS, and I'm just ready to burst out with all the new things that I had planned for Candy Coated Secrets. Like it's awesome, you know what I'm saying? So if you guys are in the group, or if you're not, go over to Candy Coated Secrets Facebook group, okay? Make sure you vote, go to the announcement sections, and still vote for the show to come back for 2021. So far, it looks like Happy Hour Monday is exactly where it's gonna be at. Look, everybody's like, yes, everybody's rooting for that show. So I'm excited for that show. We get into
I'm excited for it too. Happy Hour Monday.
That's the one day y'all get to catch me being ratchet. So come straight from work, straight to happy hour. I'm not wardrobe changing to anything. What you see is what you get. And we're going to have happy hour. We're going to talk about it because it seems like everything goes crazy on Mondays. But to get into, since we were on the Christmas thing, I've decided, so if y'all got your kids watching, couple of kids, I've decided that the next time I decide to reproduce, I am not going to tell my child about Santa Claus.
I believe in that though.
Yeah, I don't know. What about you guys? I'm not going to tell my child about Santa Claus. Like, I just feel like, for me, right, looking at everything that happened today and throughout the whole year, okay, it's like some people really couldn't provide for their families this Christmas due to the pandemic, you guys. And it's heartbreaking. And it's like, if you were able to provide, it's kind of like you gotta, should I not post what's over here because it may offend somebody or anything like that, because some people wasn't able to get things. But it's like, here you are, people really didn't have it this year, right? And some people will have to do anything by any means necessary to get bills. And then here you gonna tell your children that this Santa Claus that made this happen. And so it was like 2020 for me really made me realize, like, oh no, I got to do away with this Santa Claus thing. Why can't your kids praise you? I think that it would help them have a sense of appreciation. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? I think it will make them appreciate you more as a parent. Like, my parents couldn't get this, but or they did what they could to get it. This thing costs $1 million, and you thinking that this white man on this snow and these reindeers that came along and delivered something, when some people really, couldn't do it this year. So what you think on that, Coach?
I've always been against telling your children that Santa Claus brought this, because eventually they're gonna find out there's no such thing as Santa Claus, and I feel like when we tell our children, hey, you can't lie, then you saying lying is okay, because you're lying to them. You telling them, hey, there's a Santa Claus, he brought this, but then you also tell them, oh, don't lie to me, lying is bad. So you send mixed signals.
Yeah.
So I'm against it, because I'm always about you should practice what you preach, especially when it comes to your children, because you are their role model. So if you teaching them that there's a Santa Claus, and then once they like 7, 5, and they found out there's no Santa Claus, you basically is teaching them how to lie.
So the coach said, look, he coming from a whole different perspective. Y'all know he got the doctrine, okay? So
That's just my belief on it.
I get that, how it all goes together. That is kind of like, kids are programmed. They catch up on everything. So it is kind of like
and I remember when I was younger, we used to go to, you might be too young, I'm a couple years your senior, but no, you remember this place? It was called Horn and Horn when I was younger.
Yes, we used to live in Horn and Horn.
Okay, so
Parkway, it would be up on the hill.
Yeah, I used to go to the one in Glen Burnie.
Oh,
but no, that's But when we would go there, we was told, they were like, say we were younger than we were, so we would pay a certain price.
$4
But it's really teaching your children to lie. So for me, I was always taught you shouldn't lie. So when I would go there and they would be like, oh, he's 7, I'd be like, no, I'm not, I'm 9. They'd be like,
and you're gonna pop me back.
Yeah, so it's like, you're really teaching them to lie. And I'm against that.
Yes, for real.
Yeah.
No, come on, y'all. We all have been guilty of it. Because I know that has happened to me. I'm like, well, can I get this? The kid, no, she's 6. No, I'm 8. I didn't ask you that. Or what about, oh my God, this just brought so many memories, y'all. Give us a heart and thumbs up. What about when you go to Six Flags and stuff, and you tell them to shrink at the window, or go over there so they'll see?
Yeah.
So it is kind of like you teach them early to lie and be deceitful. Oh my God, Coach,
Yeah, so I'm that's why I'm against telling your children, like, oh, hey, Santa Claus brought this, yeah.
Yeah, the coach said he's not into that. But I know we are all guilty of it somewhere, lying about the age of the kids to get into somewhere. I used to do this shit all the time. Especially the movies. It's like, you need at least $200 to go to the movie theater today. I can't imagine how it's going to be once the world opened back up. You know what I mean? Like, everything is high. Everything has raised up. Chicken is high.
A lot of movie theaters, they're actually lowering their prices. Like, you can come see a movie for like $2, $3,
Really?
and things like that. Yeah, because I think people are like, there's some concerns to go to the movie theater and be in like a closed space with other people. So I think a lot of theaters are like lowering their prices and stuff now.
Victoria, hey Vicky,
they don't really make their money from like the movies.
Right.
Anyway, they make it from the concession stand.
Yeah. Victoria said she said that her daughter asked her if Santa Claus was real, and she told her no. Yeah, and some people feel like you shouldn't tarnish a kid's dream, but I don't know. It's just like, so today, while I was at work.
But what dream? Like the Santa Claus thing?
I'm guessing.
Well, if you don't start them up with that lie, then it's not really a dream for them.
But it's what makes Christmas, though. Think about it. Like,
you think toys make Christmas?
No, I'm talking about like.
Or gifts?
No, for like the little kids, like Santa Claus is what makes Christmas.
But
like
that's
I know
because you told that, you ingrained
but
it in
I
their
was a
brain.
kid. Yeah, like when like.
Yeah, but I don't think you're robbing them of an experience if you don't start that lie.
But it don't fit.
Okay, yeah. So it's like if it was never allowed to be
You
told.
can't miss it if you was never privy to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's like for me, when I went to the shelter today, I went to the homeless shelter to give them some food, and it was just like heartbreaking because it was this cute little 6-year-old kid, and he came and he was helping them get the food out of my car, and I just wanted to put him in my pocket. Like, he was well groomed and all of that, because I know a lot of times people think of shelters and people being homeless, you think they're all, we think about what they look like under 83 Bridge, and that's not the case. And he was so cute, and I was like, oh my God, why did I volunteer to drop this stuff off? Because as soon as I pulled up, it was a bus of like just families getting off and going into the shelter, and my heart was like melting. It really, really was. So I definitely, it made me also look at the Christmas posting thing a little differently, because a lot of people was like, y'all are not being humble because y'all are posting what y'all got. Some people couldn't do this and this. And I see it both ways. Like, if, you don't know who the person is that's posting it, what they went through. Maybe they didn't have it and it's like, oh my gosh, thank you, I was able to have it happen. And then you have somebody else who's looking at it like, damn, I wasn't able to do this, so I'm feeling away. So for me, I just recommend, if you're going to be upset and stuff about what people are doing, what? Coach gets on my nerves every time I try to be serious. I feel like if you're going to get upset about what people are posting when it comes to certain holidays, then maybe you should stay away from the internet that day. Maybe you shouldn't go on social media that day, to avoid, hurting yourself, or feeling away, or maybe you feel less than, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I saw a lot of people were making posts like, y'all need to be humble to this. And I'm like, we got stuff for Christmas over here. I didn't post it, not that I want to post everything, but it's just like, okay, I would hate for me to post something like, oh, this was something nice that was given to me. And then somebody to be like, oh, well, you aren't being humble because of that. And it's like, no, the fuck, I ain't gonna deal with what went on with you. Like this, I have the right to express myself as well. If you don't like it, stay off the internet. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I definitely think you guys know your triggers. And if it's gonna trigger you, then log on it. Because a lot of times we'll keep putting ourselves in predicaments and situations that we shouldn't even be doing. So if you know that the holiday is gonna make you be mad at everybody on your timeline, then just avoid it on Christmas. What do you think? What do you think about that recommendation?
I agree. Know your triggers. I agree. It's good to know your triggers. I also look at it like, if you know that it's offending some people, do you have to post it? Like, if you're aware, like some people might be posting things and they just not really aware. But after hearing you say this, if they're in the sound of your voice and they can hear this conversation, do you really have to post it?
Yeah. What you guys think? Do you guys think you really have to post it? Like, how do you feel? Some people, I was seeing some people go to war on social media about, like 1,000 comment threads about posting and all this, and I'm just like, the other thing too, I think we look at these like celebrities or different people that's not even celebrities, that maybe the local, your local celebrities or things like that, and compare. You know what I'm saying? For one, it's like you don't always know the work that people put in to get to where they have. You don't know who is always backing them to make it look like they have all of these things. And then you just have to look at yourself and say, this shows me that it's possible. Right. So I know when I see stuff like that, it make me be like, girl, I say a prayer, catch a wave, and I go out and get it, okay? Mm-hmm. And so it's just like,
it might be motivation for some people. Yeah, it might be demotivation for others.
Right. I mean, it's like we should never be comparing our lives to other people anyway. Yeah. We really shouldn't.
It's an act of violence against yourself when you compare yourself to others.
Oh, say that again.
It's an act of violence to yourself when you compare yourself to others.
Okay, explain that.
You gotta be happy with yourself. Don't say, oh, I need to do this or feel bad. Like when you're comparing, it's like that's that person. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors anyway. Mm-hmm. But you are your own person. So you do what you can do. Don't worry about what other people are doing. I know it's easier said than done, especially being like on social media. Social media causes a lot of people depression and stuff. By them comparing their lives to other people. But again, you're only seeing the highlighted version of their life. You're not actually seeing what's going on behind closed doors. So you really don't know.
Yeah, I say that all the time, like even with like relationships, because you're the dating doctor. Mm-hmm. So because some people will also compare their relationships to the relationships they see on social media. And that's true. It's like people aren't posting when they're having a fucked up day. People aren't posting when their bank account is negative. People aren't posting when their lights getting cut off. Some people do. Don't get me wrong. Some people do.
And the people who are always posting and bragging, are they really happy?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you're really happy with self, you don't have to seek that outside validation. If you're seeking external validation, you're lacking something inside. Yeah. So if you constantly seeing people, posting their relationships laid up on a sofa, there's probably something going on with them in their relationship.
They probably don't have no car.
That, or they just not really happy. Like, what are you trying to prove? You should be happy with yourself. You don't have to post.
Yeah. So that is true.
I look at it like that.
And I get it because my friends always be talking. They be like, "Oh, you post." But I post a lot, but I don't post every. It's a lot.
You're not usually posting to brag, and you have a brand, so it's different. I think if you have a brand, it's different. But if you just posting like 100 posts a day, just seeking validation, like look at me, I'm here, I'm there. Something's going on, I feel.
So question. Can that not be, because I feel like social media is some people's vice. Not everybody drinks. Not everybody clubs. Not everybody smokes.
So when people drink or smoke, they're getting something from that, right? Usually. It's a pleasure, right?
Okay, yeah.
So when you posting and seeking outside validation by posting constantly on social media, you're
see
seeking
that.
something.
Okay. So you're saying either way, something is being sought to be
It's a pleasurable.
seeked.
You're looking for something, some type of pleasure.
You're looking for something. Y'all look at my glass. Give me 100 thumbs up. So this is also one of, I'm sorry, y'all know how I do. This is also one of the wine glasses that will be in the Candy Coated Secrets collection. It's not finished. I can't wait to see the final product. Like I said, people were asking for it before I even could get it together. But look at this. So this is one. So you guys get the sneak peek. This is one collection of the wine glass, Candy Coated Secrets. You guys, and if you're feeling like you want to donate tonight or whatever, you know, you can donate $1 or anything. Just cash at Candy Coated Secrets. I'm gonna pin it down in the comments. Just want to say thank you guys. Because we haven't seen each other since Christmas. When I was on Instagram, I don't have that show posted, so it was kind of like it wasn't even a show. If you didn't see it, you didn't see it. And one of Candy Coated Secrets members, okay, I will not disclose the member and I will not disclose the dollar amount, but I don't even do my show like that on Instagram. And one of my Instagram followers that was watching that day, along with another member that watches both of them, donated to, I don't even say donation, gave a Christmas gift, a CCS blessing is what they called it, to the young lady that I was on a live with. And I had the pleasure of taking her coins, and it like made her day. She started flipping and dancing in the middle of the street. So I was like, okay, this is what I do it for.
Sweet.
So, you know, I just want to say thank you guys that, you know, that really just support me and what I'm doing, and even support my members, because they didn't know her from a can of paint. And the one girl had just started following me on Instagram maybe like 2 months ago, and she's building her own brand. And she just was like, hey, and you know, the young lady was on there like, oh my God, why are y'all doing this to me? And she was like, because it's about sisterhood. So I truly, truly thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Y'all, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Seriously.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's so sweet.
That is.
See how he messed up the moments
No,
all
I
the
think
time,
it is.
Coach. All the
It's
time,
sweet.
Coach. So I just want to say thank you guys. You can donate at any time. And pretty soon I will have these along with the other collections on my website. So I'm excited about that. So now since we got into that, we are going to get into the, if someone you know is interested in you, they like you, try talking to you first, right? And you say no, you turn around and put them on with your friend without telling your friend that they liked you first. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that?
Without telling your friend? Why would you tell your friend that they like you first?
I don't know, but that, you know, this is a part of a secret. But that's what it was.
So-
It was like they feel like they don't have to. They feel like they don't have to say anything because they weren't interested in him.
Okay. I feel like this. I even encourage my clients. Like, I think that when you're dating, you're networking. So I think it's good to tap into other people's networks. So if I go on like say we go on like 3 dates,
Okay.
and I feel like, you know what, I'm really not feeling this person like that, but they're a great person. I mean, I wouldn't mind hanging out with them, you know, on a platonic friendship level.
Okay.
I think it's fine to introduce that person to one of your friends.
Really?
Absolutely, because of course, like if you're following like my suggestions for coaching, you guys haven't had sex, because I don't believe in sex before exclusivity, and you actually are taking the time to get to know someone. You're not pouring all your feelings into this person. So
Put all your eggs in one basket.
absolutely. So there's no emotional connection. It's been like 3-4 dates. So it's like, I think you're a great person. I have a friend that I think you'll be perfect for. Would you be open for me to introduce you to my friend? I actually did that before.
Oh my God! This
Right.
is y'all. This is making me just go like, oh my God.
But again, you haven't had sex with this person.
Okay.
You're not you don't have an emotional connection with this person. I've actually done this in the past. At first they both agreed, but the guy that I had went on a couple dates with, he was like, I changed my mind.
Like, no, I wanted you.
Yeah.
Cause you know you was popping. He's so popular. He's on with himself.
He was so funny.
But no, I think I see that. Especially if there, what y'all think? If there's no sex, there's no nothing. I see that. All right, that seems innocent. But I don't know. I guess I go by like a sister code, and it's not even really a code. It's just a moral compass. Like I just couldn't hook my friend up with somebody that was interested in me. You know, especially maybe if it's a friend that can't get a date, was had a hard time getting a date. How does that look by me saying, "Oh yeah, girl, you can go ahead and talk to Lee," but you know, just know he trying to talk to me too. Like I don't
you know what?
I could not.
You know
do
what happened
that.
to me before? So I had went on a date with someone, like a couple dates with someone, and one of my friends, you know this friend, one of my friends actually hit me up one day and was like, oh, I went on this date, it was great, I'm really feeling this person and all that stuff.
Okay.
And soon as he said like they're new to the area and where they moved from, I knew exactly who it was. I withheld information. I withheld that me and this person went on a couple dates because I knew my friend would be like, oh no, if they were interested in you, then I feel some way. So I let them get to know each other, and then I told them.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that, he was like, if you would have told me at the beginning, I would have cut everything off. But they got a chance to know each other.
But are they still together?
No, they're not together. But they got a chance to get to know each other, and they didn't feel like, okay, well, I'm not gonna get to know him just because you guys went on a couple dates.
What do you guys think? Would you go ahead if somebody was interested in you first and you were talking to them and you're like, no, I don't like them, would you then hook them up with your friend and not tell your friend that they were interested in you? I just think that could just lead to so much stuff. Like
what?
Like
there's no investment.
I know, but maybe just speaking maybe the friend could feel like if they, let's say they do hit it off and then they y'all out or something like that, the friend may feel like the one that's with him like, no, I want to hang out with you, but we can't hang around this friend because it's potential where you might be still attracted to him or her. You might get drunk and y'all. I'm just saying.
I think you gotta trust your friends, and if your friends say, you know what, this is someone I definitely never had a connection with, I think that'll be great for you. Then trust what your friend is saying. If they saying we don't have emotional connection, we haven't had sex, then like what would be the holdback? Yeah. I think that you again tap into other people's network. If someone can help you with love, and they feel like your friend knows you, so if they feel like, you know what, I got a good person for you, then why not?
So what about you guys? Which exes are off limits? Like which relationships are off limits to be like?
Well, I think if you guys been together for like a long time, then that's different. That's emotional connection, and if it was recent, if you guys been if they were together over a year, that's usually emotional connection and things like that.
So you think if they were actually in a relationship and then this happened, it should be like?
I think if they was like in a relationship for over a year and yeah, then probably not. That probably would not be a good idea.
Okay, so
But if they were like, if it was like when they were in high school, I think there's exceptions to the rules.
I don't. We were sitting here talking about that, last week. Remember?
After the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't get me wrong. I do think certain people are off limits. I'm not gonna say that. I really do think certain people are off limits. But it's like I have never been interested in any of my friends' men. So like I had even posted in the group, like, do you guys discuss your sexual experiences and your relationship with your friends? Some people was like no, some people was like yeah, and some people was like, well, your friend is your friend, and I don't know what kind of friends y'all got, but we don't have that issue. So I was like, okay, yeah, I understand that.
Like your current partner, are you discussing your sexual relations with your current partner?
That's what the post was. So I posted it. Whatever you are doing, whatever it is. But I also think sometimes you got to know the company you keep.
Well, I think that when it comes to a relationship, there's two people in a relationship, so that should be a conversation anyway. Like, is your partner comfortable with you discussing your like life in the bedroom with your other friends and stuff like that? Because some people are not comfortable with that, so that might be a betrayal of trust in some way,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You said that might
it
be
really
a little
depends.
I think it does. I think it definitely depends on
Right.
whoever
I
it
think
is.
that is definitely
Like
a
I don't.
conversation.
I guess you wouldn't be going into too much detail about it, but I mean,
Something
but I know girl talk. I don't know about y'all. You know, some of y'all be a little bougie, but I know me and my friends, we talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta go into detail. We're like, "Shoo, what you doing?" Girl, I ain't answered the phone because I was getting my back banged out. Like, woo, child, tell me about it. And just laugh, and it's fun like that. So it's like, we never do it because we're lusting after each other. Man,
Well,
we
probably
trying
never start off that way.
Ooh! So you said
I'm
I can't
joking.
trust my friends?
I'm joking.
Coach said don't trust your hoes.
I was
but,
joking.
but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. First of all, me and my friend don't even have the same taste in men. You know, they deal with them little young whippersnappers. You know, I like them old. You feel me? But at the same time, I just couldn't do that. Like certain things you couldn't do. Like once upon a time when I was friends with somebody, you know, the guy was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't pay him no mind. We didn't do anything, but he was really, really liking me, and I'm like, no. But we still talked or whatever. And then, like, my friend knew about that. You know what I'm saying? But then I didn't know that they were talking. Like, because she never came to me and told me they were talking, is why I could look at it now like, you know, since this secret came in. And I was like, I could see that. Like, so why wouldn't, like you said, why wouldn't you say anything? Like, why wouldn't you tell your friend that they liked you? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I did that, and of course, they didn't end up together, but they went a hell of a lot further than I ever did with the boy. You know what I'm saying? But we were also in high school, like the last year of high school. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. So it was like, maybe like between the 10th and the 12th grade or something. I know I ain't no damn kid.
I feel like why block your friend from a blessing, especially if it was like high school or something like that many years ago, and I'm not like still feeling this person. Why not? I
don't know. I just don't. I'm just not for sleeping after my friends, behind my friends. I'm not even trying to be interested in a dude that was interested in me. You know. Now we have done toss up like when we was little. I want to. Toya, do you remember that? When we was toss up, we would see a cute boy or something, and we would be like, I got a first, you got a first, oh shit, you know, something like that, and we would have fun. But it was never on though. It was like, girl, don't worry, 'cause I'm about to get another one. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't. My friends, my real like day one friends, we have not ever done any like cutthroat shit like that. Like,
I think like
never.
Cutthroat, like you said, we all have our own moral compass. Like for some people, it's not cutthroat. I mean, it really just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go to some of the comments. Hey girl, what it do? Let's go to some of the comments. April said that fed up the way you said it, Natasha. That's fed up. Tremanda said the friend should definitely tell their friend what if the other person brings it up. That's a good question. Like somebody brings it up, and then you don't even know that they're bringing it up. Like, wait a minute, you didn't tell me this over there today. You used to mess with it the wrong time. Hold on, wait. Ari said, don't have to be a bad thing, but I disclose it just in case. Yeah, that's well, Victoria said, hell no. That's how Tamar Braxton and Vince got together. He was liking Tony, but she wasn't feeling him. Now look where they at. Oh, I don't know that. Ari said, why keep it a secret? Now, I didn't know that. Did y'all know that about Tony? So I wonder how that played out. What you think?
I mean, look at it now.
Yeah, but your sister is one thing. I don't know, child.
Took her career to the next level. She got a blessing out of it. They have a child together. I mean, it worked out. They were together for some years.
Okay.
You know, just because a relationship ends doesn't mean it was a bad relationship.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, she
Tremaine
got a lot of blessings out of that.
Yeah, she did. That's what I say. Hold up. We're going to take
A talk show, a baby, a career.
Period. That's what she got. That's the truth. I always said, we said that some weeks ago, like, if you walk away or you leave a relationship or you leave a dating thing or a situationship and you gain more when you walk away, like, what? That says a lot. That says a lot about it. That says a lot about it. You know what I mean? And then not only that, it's just like, at least if the shit in you'll be able to say, well, guess what? He did this, she did that, I got this out of it, you know, I've elevated, I did it, and I'm okay with it, you know. Too bad you couldn't stick around for the long haul, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, I was talking about that last night on my show on Clubhouse, you guys. Make sure you follow me on Clubhouse, you know, at Miss Vibrations, you know the name, okay? Where we were in there and we were talking about that, and it was just like, you know, some stuff is just unacceptable. And in some situations, you just put yourself in. You gotta walk away. But if you walk away, at least sit down and think about what you walked away with, what you gained from it. Because, I mean, in situations that didn't work out for me, you best believe they ain't just walk away. You done spent some coins. You done did something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done did something. I don't know about y'all, but it's like, you're not about to just be able to say that you humped on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm out here selling anything, but it's just saying, it's like, okay, well, guess what? We did this. We had fun. And I don't feel like a loser. It was a waste of time because I got this out of it. I learned so much about it. Anytime you learn anything out of something, you always walk away the winner. You always walk away the winner, right? What don't you think?
I mean, hopefully if we're involved with someone, like we're getting something out of it, not just material things, but just like a life lesson or something. You
Absolutely.
know? Yeah.
But if you get material things and a life lesson, that's a double the blessing. Hello. Let's go. So Tremanda said, it wouldn't be a problem to me personally because I never went there with the person. I would definitely tell my friend though. Ari said, what if they still got a thing for you though? That can be awkward, I think. That's what I'm saying. Like, just because you put me on with your friend doesn't mean that I'm going to stop liking you. I might start liking your friend and just to be around you. You know, people be having motives. People be having motives. I'm telling you. And it's just sad that you have to think for everybody in situations like that.
No, think for yourself. Hopefully this person is an adult and they can express their true feelings and they're being honest with you and saying, hey, I no longer have feelings for your friend. So I'm willing to get to know you, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, and again, no emotions. You're not emotionally connected to this person. Now, if your guys been dating and you either party feel like there's like an emotional connection or something like that, then yeah. But if it's not that serious.
Tremenda says silence is shady, and Ari said if we talk about everything, why keep that a secret? Yeah, you know what? I think maybe she might be referring to the situation I was talking about, or just in general. Yeah, Coach, like, why keep that a secret? I think when people keep shit a secret, it's something else that you don't know about. You know, it's some underlying stuff. You know, some people like be in relationships with guys that they can't post, but the guy is posting and is not keeping his main lady or the relationship he's in a secret. You know, Aries, I just think we live in the times where everybody like to be a secret around this business. You know, everybody want to be candy coated, you know?
It's all about what you accept.
Yeah, and it's all about what you accept. Me personally, I couldn't be a secret. How about you? I couldn't be with somebody and be a secret. I'm not going to be a secret.
Like,
I'm not going to be no secret. Like,
why would you have to be a secret?
Why would I have to be a secret? And then it's like, I think, too, was kind of jacked up, which I hope it goes out when 2021 comes, but I doubt it because everybody is just crazy. Like, stop being comfortable or thinking it's cute to deal with somebody else's man or woman. Like that has now seemed to become the new norm. That shit is not okay. When the shoe's on the other foot, you're not going to like it. You know what I'm saying? But then you have to ask yourself, why am I okay with being second? You know what I'm saying? Why am I okay with being in a triangle? Do I need to go seek that in an entanglement? Like, I don't know. And I just think that sometimes somebody that voluntarily is known to be second or go into a threesome situation, you don't love yourself.
When you say threesome, though, you mean like
the love triangle. I call it the love triangle.
Oh, okay.
I call them threesomes, triangles, all of that. It's like you got to love yourself. Like what I say some months ago. Look in the mirror and ask yourself: is this all I'm worth? You know, is this really all I'm worth? You don't want to go ahead and get somebody of your own. I don't know, but then they say everybody wants something, but don't want nobody that nobody else want. So I don't know. This world is just a mess. Have you on the speedboat to hell. Give your heart a thumbs up to let me know if you are here. Hey Chanel, hi David. Ari said, I've had a few friends, men like me, and it's uncomfortable. Yeah, it is. It can be very uncomfortable. Or if they looking at you crazy, they're a little weird in the room. It's just an uncomfortable thing. You ever experienced anything like that, Coach? Probably not, because Coach be like, look, I'm surprised.
Oh, you saying like a friend's man?
Yeah.
I try not to put myself in certain situations.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to be in a room
but
alone
you can't
or in
tell
a car
somebody,
alone.
if we could all be in this room and if my dude is looking at you, like, you can pick that. That may not be, you came over for dinner. You didn't know that he was going to be wandering eyes, you know what I mean?
Right.
What
But I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not
Come
even
say
paying
he not
attention.
even coming to dinner.
No, I mean, we can hang out, but I'm just saying, like, we all hanging out, but I'm not really
Gonna pay attention.
focused on them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't even know. And sometimes people get, like, googly eyes when they drink.
Okay. Well, so what the fuck is googly eyes
When they just be looking at you or something like that. So, I mean,
like that?
I mean, I don't feel like, I think people usually know if they feel like they can have a shot with you, so I don't think people would really, they're not going to be in my inbox if they date one of my friends.
Okay. Tremaine said, I agree. I couldn't be a secret either, son. Can't date nobody's man. Yeah, you can't. You can't really date nobody's man. What's up, Damien? You guys, haven't seen you in so long. I just want to say, hey, y'all, 2020, this is the last show of 2020. Like this, give me a thumbs up, you guys. I am halfway through my 3rd year. Like, this is the last show of
3
2020.
years, wow.
Yes, like,
Amazing.
I don't know, 2020 was just so, I'm drunk.
Beautiful.
So good. It was so beautiful. It had its ups and downs. You guys didn't know. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel so y'all can get the behind the scenes and the daily life of Miss Vibrations, Get to know me some more, okay? It's like you get to see what my life is like prior to the camera, after the camera, things like that. And it's just like 2020 for me was a little emotional roller coaster. I've learned a lot of lessons. I've had so many self-growth movements. You know what I'm saying? I've taken control of my finances. You know what I'm saying? I started cooking a little more, because I realized I had to do my budget. And I was spending damn near $500 a month eating out. That was $500 a month, okay? You know what I'm saying? I might try to cut it down to at least $250. But, just taking control. I pumped up my meditation. You guys, dream catchers. I am also starting my dream catcher course, which is for anybody. If you're an entrepreneur or if you have anybody with some goals and you just need some momentum, some motivation along the way, you guys can sign up. That won't be launched until next year, though.
I'm looking forward to
that class. That's a one-on-one time. It's a group thing.
Okay.
It's going to be one-on-one time. You get different techniques. We talk, we share ideas for the entrepreneurs. We talk, we share ideas, and just everything is not a selfish platform. For anybody that, wants some positivity and just some self-growth, you can do that too. You get one-on-one time. We have a follow-up meeting after 30 days.
Oh, wow.
You get your own file with me and everything. Like we're going to do this. I teach you manifestation, meditation techniques, and just let you see, because I take you guys with me to build my platform. So just let you really get in to see the things that I do, which helps me be successful, because I truly only pray about everything. So I truly only use prayer. So anybody, like I said, that has donated, that's done things for my members or anything, I pray about it all, and I manifest. I have literally manifested every single thing. I have manifested everything that has ever happened to me, even with my brand. So, you just get this one-on-one, and it comes with more, most people do these meetings, and you can't see them no more. No, you get direct contact with me, and I just take you on. So you better, I'm only starting out with 10 slots. I'm only starting out with 10, and so far, 3 of them are already filled. However, you don't give me your coin, you will not be able to do it. So the class is, the session, I don't even want to call it a class. The session is $35. Of course, Candy Coated Secrets members get a discount. And then also something I want to throw up there too, because I already have 3, but for me, the other first 5 people get 15% off of the class as well. So I will provide you with everything you need. It's not even just a class, it's not just a meeting, it is a freaking experience. You hear me? It is an experience. So you're not signing up for that. You're going to leave feeling rejuvenated, empowered. When you're having a low moment and you need somebody to talk to get those juices going, you'll be able to call me and we're going to work it out. You will actually, I've been working behind the scenes with 2 people in particular. So they're actually going to be my, what we call them? They are actually going to come and really tell you guys like what they've done and how things have been for them so far since they've been like dealing with me with that because I try everything before I bring it here, and it's been awesome. I did have my third person signed up all the way from California, so I'm excited. I'm excited, you guys.
I can't wait to hear more about it.
I'm so excited. So that was me, and always gonna plug me. So let's get into this ghosting. Do you guys know what ghosting is? Ghosting, when a dude or a woman is about to ghost you. We've touched on this briefly, but tonight Coach is going to get into it all, so you'll know if you need to delete this person out your call. How about that?
I'm gonna give some signs.
He gonna give
that
signs.
some people that you're about to get ghosted. Like working with my clients, I'm hearing this a lot now. Like people are getting ghosted, and like, well, for people who don't know, like you said, like ghosting is a term used to describe someone who ends a relationship sudden, cutting off all communication. So that's what ghosting is. Like someone just stopped talking to you, stopped communicating with you. But like working with clients, I've been hearing like people saying, "Oh, I was ghosted after a year. I was ghosted after 9 months," and I'm like, I mean, I don't think that makes sense to me. Like something's going on there. But so I wanted to give some signs that you're about to get ghosted.
All right, so y'all listen, get your pen and paper. Coach about to let you know if you about to get ghosted. You know, if you about to get ghosted. Because some of y'all probably ain't know what that meant. Because I know I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, so
I
yeah.
got some people I'm trying to ghost.
So, you got some people you trying to ghost?
Yeah, I don't know what's trying to ghost. So I just don't want you. I just figured if I stop responding, you just stop bothering me. What is that considered? Big bread coming? Because I do respond sometimes.
Oh, keeping them around?
No, just don't want to be rude.
Respond? Or why not be honest? That's what I would say. But
because I don't be anybody's friend.
But you know what they really want.
No, I don't. I never
okay,
asked.
so then you're not ghosting. It's just platonic then?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not.
Coach will say yeah.
Okay, so
Get on my business, Coach. Cut this card.
the first sign I think that is like the text or brief. You know, you go from like having lengthy text to one-word responses. Like, you know, at first if y'all had like lengthy text messages and like they will respond with more words than like one response, or they just start sending emojis.
Okay.
Like, and emojis are fine, but not all the time, especially like if you've written something that's thoughtful to reach out to them and then they respond back with a smiley face.
Yeah.
You know, this may be cause for concerns, you know?
Yeah.
Like an emoji, I feel like it's an easy response.
Okay.
When you don't really know what to say or you don't really care.
So he's saying emojis are easy responses when you don't know what to say or you really don't know, don't really care. I get that. I've sent an emoji or two to every damn body. Friends, family, mother.
Well, it's fine sometimes, but when it's like often, like especially after you've written something thoughtful to them and they respond with an emoji.
Yeah, that's kind of rude.
Right. So I would say like that's a sign,
Okay.
definitely, that they probably lost interest.
Okay.
I would say that. So but the second one is you always reach out first.
Okay.
Like if you're always reaching out first, like if you're the one that's always reaching out, sending them a message, what's going on?
Yeah.
Are they not thinking about you?
Yeah, are they not thinking about you?
You know what I say?
What?
If they're not calling you, you're not on their mind.
Oh, period.
So if they ain't texting you, calling you, whatever your form of communication was, then that's a sign that they may have lost interest.
And in that case, you go get somebody else. No, don't listen to me, y'all. I mean, it's just drink. It's just drink.
Go get someone. I mean, but, so yeah, go get date. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, right?
Because sometimes you can be putting your damn eggs in a nut house and don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I'm just what she say? What that song say? Can I get a refill? Thank you. Go ahead.
And can I get a refill too with some water, please?
Yeah, okay, refill with some water. We need some water and wine and whatever. Right there, as soon as you go in there at the bar. It's right there. Y'all know, I made y'all got a little bar for y'all now. You know, I'm chilling.
That's what's up, yeah. Yeah, tonight I'm not drinking. It's gonna be a sober night for me. But again, excuse me, if you're always reaching out and this becomes a habit, it's probably a sign that they're no longer interested. So, but I would say like you should know like sometimes like when you first get to know people, you know, they might be really busy or like they might have a busy life, but just let people know it's important to communicate your concerns and to them like how it's making you feel. Like if they're not responding or if you're always the one that's constantly reaching out.
Sorry y'all, I wish y'all could see. Yes, I just lost my mind. So
The noise in there?
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry, I got distracted that fast. Yeah, I got distracted. So Damien said he thinks he's in trouble already. And he said sometimes one can simply be busy. Emojis can be acknowledgement. Okay.
That's the third one actually, that they're always busy and cancel plans, you know.
Ooh.
Now, if they suddenly become busy, at first they was giving you the time and attention that you wanted, they made time, they scheduled you in their schedule. But if eventually, like suddenly they just become super busy or they canceling plans, again, that's a sign that they may not be interested.
I don't feel like, me personally, I don't feel like anybody is that super busy. I understand that you say that, you know, some people don't know, like, how to be in relationships or what they could be doing wrong. But I feel like if you have children, if you want a virgin, if you, you know, whatever the case may be, if you talk to somebody or you like somebody, you know when you like somebody. You know when you're interested. You know what to do to show somebody you're interested in them. So I feel like that I'm always busy stuff. I feel like it's all just an excuse. It's all just an excuse.
I think a lot of times, like when people become super busy and they cancel plans when you guys went on dates often and stuff like that, it's probably them trying to ghost you and they just don't know how. They don't know how to say it.
Now what about those when you ignore them, then they pop up? What they call, Coach? You know how it is. You be like, I'm done, or I don't want to talk to them no more. Then they come back and they so consistent.
Did you tell them? I don't know.
You don't know?
Like, I'm saying, did you tell them like I'm no longer interested?
Yeah, or like,
and
you
then
know,
they pop up
busy,
again.
you too busy for me.
Maybe they're glutton for punishment.
Okay.
Maybe, but I always say like if someone ghosts you, let them stay dead. Don't let them just pop back up. We are not dating zombies. Right?
We are not
Don't let
dating
them pop
zombies.
back up.
Don't do
Right.
it. Y'all better kill these zombies. Ain't nobody out here playing Walking Dead. Out here, okay?
Right.
He said, Damien said, I gotta go. He said, my basket got a hole in it. No, but you know what? At least you honest and you know. So, Damien, when you meet somebody, do you tell them, look, I'm going to be too busy. I'm going to send these one-word text emojis, but I like you, though. Don't get offended. What do you say, Damien? Because that's just, I wouldn't even be interested.
Well, if you're too busy to respond to them, sending a text takes like 5 seconds, right? If you're too busy to respond to them, are you too busy to actually date and really get to know someone?
So then that would go to my question to why are you even dating if you don't even have time?
Absolutely.
Then
People
time.
make time for what they want, I think.
I say that all the time.
Someone's effort is a reflection in their interest in you.
Say it again. Tell them.
Someone's effort is a reflection in their interest in you.
People make time for what they want.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yeah. And another sign is if something doesn't feel right. You know, I always say your intuition is a gift from God. Trust it. You know, one of the things I always said, and I don't know if this was season 2, but if like people don't betray us, we betray ourselves when we ignore the red flags in the beginning. The signs are there, so pay attention. I always say like, if you it's constantly, hey, how you doing, and all this stuff, and it's all these like I don't know if it's like blue on you and or whatever, you know, like in the text.
The iPhone is blue.
Okay. So if yours is blue, that means you, right? Mm-hmm. So there's all these blues on this one side on the right, and their response is like just one or something like that, then that's probably a sign.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Go ahead. Finish it out, you guys. Go ahead, Coach. Mm-hmm. Go to the next one. I have to step away briefly. This is urgent. I'm sorry. But go ahead. Coach is going to keep it going, Coach.
Another sign is they aren't introducing you to their friends or family. Like, have they told their friends or family about you? You know, like, that's a red flag. Like, if you guys been dating for a couple months, have they told their friends about you? If not, that might be a sign that they're really not that interested in you, or they plan on ghosting you eventually, or they don't really want a committed relationship. So it's just really good to know, like, what's going on, and just check in with communication, stuff like that. Like, so the producer, you're like younger, like, does that like goes on like in y'all like the younger world, like ghosting and stuff?
Yeah. I had one friend. She was like, there was like a guy she was talking to over the summer, or whatever, and like they were talking or whatever in that phase. Like he just ghosted her, and like he comes back sometimes, but he ghosts her.
Oh, so she allows him to come back.
Yeah.
That's so bad. Like I think if someone is ghosting you, like they're not that interested, or they have something else going on, and you're not like a priority to them. Like, why are they ghosting you, coming back and forth? Or they could have something going on, but that's still a red flag for you to say, hey, this person probably is not for me. They playing with my emotions. They
Can it be
jumping
a
in and
time
out.
when y'all both ghost each other?
Well, if you both ghost each other, then probably a lack of interest on both ends, I would say.
Because I feel like that has what's probably happened to me maybe. What?
Oh, you ghosted someone?
No, but I didn't necessarily ghost her. Like, she just was like, she was just, I didn't know her.
You didn't know her?
Like that well, but like, I gave her my number through like an inbox or whatever. And then like, she was texting, I was like, oh my gosh, I really don't want to talk to her, but I want to talk to her. So like.
But why didn't you want to talk to her? Like, did you not like her like that?
No, I didn't know her. And like, just by through.
But how would you get to know them if you don't
No, it's a
talk?
long story.
Okay.
She was like, not even within 20 hours, not even within 24 hours of us having each other's numbers. She's like, you should come over to my house and like do matching pajamas with me. I didn't know her, mind you. This is like less than 24 hours.
If someone moved, she was moving fast.
Very fast, exactly. And I'm like,
I'm back, you guys. Sorry, that was some great news. I just got some great news. I'm sorry. I had to wait for that news. Sorry.
Oh.
All right, but we're here. So
Yeah.
y'all kept it going. What's going on? Look, I usually yell at everybody else, but I have been putting this in and putting this in. I'm sorry. It's a secret. But go ahead.
Producer was going. I was done with the signs. The producer was telling the story.
yeah, she was like, we should do matching pajamas on like Christmas Day or whatever. You should come over and stay over my house. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with everybody with this matching pajama stuff. I don't know what's going on with that.
If you're dating someone and you're in a relationship, that's probably just being creative. Like, we're all being safe in the house. So that's probably what it is.
Okay. Coach, are you okay? How you do with me leaving you on set? Did you do that? Because the only time I've ever done that was like on season 2, and you was like, wait a minute, you remember you was talking to me, yelling at her. So that's fun. So this is kind of like a reenactment. This is cool. The universe is doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right before I said season 2.
yeah. So this is dope, you guys. All right, let's get into them in the house.
So you want to share what what the call was?
No, I can't tell you guys. I won't be able to tell that. Y'all, dang, coach. I'll be able to tell you guys that in about maybe 2 weeks or something. But I might share.
Wait.
All I'm saying is CCS has just broken records. CCS has just skyrocketed, you guys, and it's just like, oh my gosh, when God gives you a vision and God gives you something and you don't always pursue it. And I always say I will not give up before the miracle happens. So, that phone call, I'm sorry, that was just so important. It just confirmed like everything with Candy Coated Secrets, that they're gonna go ahead, and I just can't. I just can't. Like,
You with the cry?
I want to cry, you guys.
Wow.
I'm trying to hold back. Can you go get this one, please? I want to cry, but I'm trying to hold it back because God is really working. God is
You were
really
just
up
talking
there.
about manifestation.
Yeah, so basically something that I really have been like manifesting. That's why I tell y'all, take my class, that I have been manifesting and really wanting. Basically just got, boom, stamped and approved. And I'm just so grateful, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I have been working with someone behind Candy Coated. It just, not even just behind Candy Coated, but behind me and what I'm trying to do and what I want to do with my brand. And that was just basically Jesus was on the main line. I had to step away from the camera and talk about it. So I will be telling you guys that in probably about like 2 weeks. So make sure you look out. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and my YouTube channel, because usually that's where the YouTube channel usually gets all that stuff first. It'll get it. So that's why I tell you guys gotta follow it. Come on in here. Where they going? Hello? This is the last show of come on this way. This is the last show of 2020, you guys. And what better way for CCS to go out there with a bunch of live malfunctions? You know what I'm saying? So you can come have a seat. So we always get into it. we were just, before I stepped away with my good thing, talking about people. The coach was saying that people that work all the time and how they work is just an excuse. They're probably not interested in you, ghosting, and all those other things like
That was like the third tip. I think we was done, but
yeah, but
yeah.
I like to catch it up because I wanted you to comment on that in particular.
I said the third tip was like they're always busy or cancel plans.
Okay.
Like if they had suddenly stopped, like become like if they suddenly become really busy and they postpone a lot of your dates, but you once hung out like all the times and stuff like that. That is a sign that that could be a sign that they're about to ghost you. But again, you always communicate how they're feeling. I mean, their actions are making you feel. So it's all about communication.
So it's all about communication. And so Coach and I, he feels like people make time for what they want. I feel like people make time for what they want. And then we usually go back and forth. Just in good, good conversation, because I always like to hear like a man's point of view from different things and what they feel. So what's your perspective on that?
You know, I disagree.
Okay. Why do you disagree? Like,
because I mean, like Coach said, if y'all was spending time like that and then all of a sudden it stopped, that's one thing. But I don't. My thing don't never change.
You're consistent.
I'm consistent when I'm busy.
Do you cancel off like plans once you make them?
No, if I put something in motion to do something, I'm not gonna say 100% of the time, but the majority of the time I follow through with it. But I mean it is because I don't have a regular 9 to 5 and I do wear a lot of hats. I'm responsible for a lot of things, and so I don't have the time that most people have, because most people, when they go to work from 9 to 5, they're at work, and then at 5 when they get off, they're done.
Right.
That's not the case for me. I bring my work home. I got paperwork to do, invoices, and I don't have nobody helping me. I don't have no secretary. I don't have no wife. None of that
everything.
stuff. So I'm doing everything.
Right. Do you feel like you have the time, like if I can ask questions?
you can ask questions.
Do you feel like you have the time to date and actually get to know someone?
Not the time that most people require. Like you're gonna have to, in order.
Do you feel like the amount of time that you can offer someone? Do you feel like that's enough time that they should be? Do you feel like someone should be satisfied with the amount of time?
So what I tell people most of the time is that you have to be, in order to date me, you probably have to be just as busy as I am, and then we'll meet somewhere in the middle and hang out or take a trip or something, and then we get back to whatever we're doing. If you just got a regular 9 to 5 and you get off at 5 and you pretty much sitting around waiting for me to get off, you're gonna get disappointed a lot. Because
can you plan like dates in advance? Like let's say like, hey, I know you say you wear all many hats, but let's say like Wednesday is date night, 9 o'clock. I'm gonna make sure like you running the show basically, so you can say Wednesday I'm cutting it off. I need time for my love life. Can you do that? Like say Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day that.
I can do it sometimes, but I'm gonna be honest. There will be times where that will even fall through, and it's because. So I'm in the trucking business.
Okay.
So it's a lot of things out there that's out of my control. Traffic, people not loading or unloading on time when they're supposed to. Accidents will go with traffic, but it's just so many things that you can't even account for that could spoil your plans or push them back. I mean, some stuff you might just have to change the time on it, but then sometimes stuff just be so out of control. Like you just like, you know what? By the time I get done and get to you, and then I probably got to turn around and be back in the morning. Like I got to account for my sleep too, because I tell people all the time, there's only 24 hours in a day, and a lot of times I'm at work for 12 of them. So that leaves 12 left. I mean, you're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep. I never do. So it doesn't leave a lot of time for
extracurricular activity.
Exactly.
So David is a truck driver too, and David said it depends on one's occupation on the communicating thing. So David, you're a truck driver. Do you make time to date? How do you manage to make time to date? Aries said, then communicate that, involve them, or don't get serious. And she also said, plan in advance.
Right.
That's what I was just saying.
Right.
Yeah.
If you can
Well-
plan in advance, but also like running a business, I know that can be a lot of
It
stress.
is.
But like, do you have any workers that you trust where you feel like I can at least get one day to spend time to get to know someone to leave them in charge, and I trust that person to be in charge?
I've tried that, but you know, people. I try not to mix business and pleasure. I just
Oh no, I'm saying like a worker, like that's their
Like,
job.
hire
Like, they work for
somebody.
you.
I've had people basically help me with bookkeeping.
He's like me. He prefers to really do everything on his own.
Only because what I do, if you don't really understand, like I would love to have somebody that could sit, not necessarily sit home because you can do it from anywhere, but like dispatch me. But you have to know, like, all right, you know, this is a good load. You know what I mean? I can marry this load with this load. You know what I mean? So you have to
You
know
gotta
this.
find like a worker that's familiar with like the trunk.
Exactly. And then it's, you know, I mean, I'm hungry right now, so I really
Okay.
don't want to pay people to do stuff that I can
Right.
do on my own. But I understand you can't keep all the money.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think as long as you communicate that to someone that you're trying to get to know, like, hey, this is how my schedule usually looks. I might have to postpone a lot. I might have to cancel a lot. I mean, if they're fine with that, I mean, then.
So then,
Hey.
so for you, for some advice for those who are dating people that are chronically busy, is that what we're going with? What's
I
a
think that. I think
like
that. So you know. So my number one advice, like my number one thing, I think people, when it comes to dating, like the mistake that people make is that I don't think that people plan for dating. You need time to actually plan. I think dating is a lot. I think the reason the divorce rate is 50% is because a lot of people got into these relationships and they didn't know themselves or they didn't know their partner.
I agree.
So I think when you sit down before you start dating, you need to sit down and plan. How's this gonna look? What do I want in a person and things like that? You know, like think of anything else big in life you wanted to accomplish. If it was a career change or lose weight, you make a plan, you stick
So
to
you
it,
just
you
gonna
put
be
your
fat?
time, energy, and resources in it. No, or even buying a house. I'm just saying, like in general, like people sit down and plan these things. Your love life is that important. This is someone you're gonna sleep next to every day. You might go have on a baby with. You'll invest your finances with. So you really need to sit down and plan it.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to my thoughts since you knocked it on my brain. It's like,
Oh.
David said, "Me, I'm the boss, so I can make the time. I lost everything chasing money before, so I learned to make time." Okay, so David is saying that he's also the boss of his trucking, and he's chased money before, and he's learned from that. So you got to make time for something. So David, what do you do to make time? So I feel like. Do you recommend anybody to date somebody that is
Who's
like
super busy.
super busy or super into them? So they
Not when
probably
if they
shouldn't
can't
date.
plan dates in advance, I would tell my clients no.
Okay.
If they can't plan a date with you and be sure they're gonna stick to that, I would say no.
Okay.
Because my clients know exactly what they want, and I mean, if they're okay with it, I'm saying if my clients are okay with like basically being put on a second burner or something, I mean, if you're fine with it, I wouldn't recommend it.
So now, how doesn't that all go into? Hey, just because you're busy, you're a provider, you're good. That may not mean that you're not a good catch.
I mean,
You
it's all
follow
about
me?
what you want. I think that if someone is telling you early on, hey, I'm gonna be super busy,
Okay.
but it also depends on like if you texting them, will they be able to respond? Will they still be able to talk to you on the phone if they're at work or something like that? But if they telling you this up front, hey, I'm super busy, I'm gonna have to cancel plans a lot and things like that, then you make the decision for yourself.
Okay.
But I would not recommend to date someone that's constantly
Constantly
rescheduling and things
busy.
like that.
So then, is that term really valid? That people will make time for what they want?
I think that it comes back to you. You have a decision to make. If someone is constantly busy and they don't have time for you, and you want someone that has time for you, then it's up to you. What do you
Okay.
want? Do you want to date someone that's going to be canceling often on you or not available to give you that time? Especially if your love language is quality time. That would piss you off, I'm sure.
Yeah. So So I know you know all the love languages. So somebody that's super busy, which love language do you think will probably fit that scenario?
It's probably gonna be quality time.
Yeah, we know it wouldn't be quality time, but what about the gift? Maybe the gift, because I think usually people who aren't available would just want to flourish you with gifts. And by
It really just depends on the person. I mean,
okay. He's saying
he's thinking of like my love don't cost a thing. Like, it
I
really
think my
just
Tina
depends.
Turner beat me up and then buy me a dress. After,
Oh,
you know?
wow,
No,
no.
you know, not literally beat me, but you know that some men will use that. Like I know for me, like in my past profession when I was a cop, I really wasn't able to be home and be that full-time mother because I was at work. My job didn't sleep, it didn't close. You get drafted, you have to stay, all of that. So it was like I brought her every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that sometimes we try to make up and overcompensate for the time being missed.
Yeah.
So like I brought her everything.
But looking back at that, do you feel like you were being a good mother in that situation?
Yeah, I
Not
definitely
being
think I was
able
a
to-
good mom. It's just that
Or maybe
I
you was a
didn't
good
like the-
provider, but I feel like this. So I feel like if someone is constantly working, especially like, and I'm not calling you a bad mom
Oh, I
because
know
people,
you're not. I was
right?
saying.
But I'm just saying when I explain this, I don't want to come off like that. But like, if you're constantly working and you're not there for your family, family need quality time. They need that.
Yeah.
So some people think, like you said, like if I'm a provider, I'm being a good parent, but you are neglecting your children.
Yeah.
So I feel like you might be a good, like not you, but people could
I'm
be a
a
good
good
provider, but they're not really being a good parent and they're neglecting their parents' like responsibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. Like I was there. We did everything. We had that time. You know what I'm saying? I still had that time. I would take off, but at the same time, my job was very demanding. You know what I'm saying? It required a lot.
Right.
And I know for me, you know, some people don't like to be honest, but for me, it did play a toll on me. Like, damn, I'm always working. That's why if I had to rewind time, I wouldn't ever do that again. I wouldn't ever go into a profession
so
that
good. I get that.
didn't
Right.
require my time. But my love language is also quality time. So not only is it quality time with my partner, it's also quality time with my child, my
But it's
family,
usually like that
and
across
stuff
the
like-
board,
Yeah,
most
and stuff
likely.
like that. It's like, I don't care. You don't gotta drape me out in Gucci and gold. Just fucking come spend a night or just cuddle up with me or something. Oh, I don't even like to cuddle, but you get what I'm saying? Just give that time.
Yeah,
you
if it's
know?
quality time, I would probably not date someone that's super busy. If it's quality time, because they're not gonna like quality time is about uninterrupted like time with me,
Okay.
spending like that quality time, no interruptions, no cell phones.
Oh,
At least one like if love is quality time is your love language. I think you definitely should plan a date night and definitely no interruptions, so no phone calls.
Oh, see, no, I'm not
texting.
that. Maybe mine is quality time with a twist because I don't care about you being on the phone and the phone being right there because I'm probably gonna be on it too. It's just sometimes it's just the company.
Right, but a lot of people with quality time, that's what they would prefer. But I'm saying that might be a lot. That's why I say plan one day out of the week to get that uninterrupted time with them. But yeah, some people can be quality time. You can be on the other one end of the couch. I'm on the other end. As long as we're together, that's still quality
Yeah.
time for some people.
Yeah. Ari said, I agree with the coach on this one. Dating takes time and effort. Damien, he said, people make time for what is important to them, period. Ari said gifts and all that other stuff. Right. So, I mean, I get that. I think for me, I feel like I've dated all type of love languages because I've had. You all hear that?
No,
Wait a minute.
I'm sure.
Wait a minute, y'all hear that?
Love language, like
Commercial.
it can change.
You was always being shady to me. You know that for the whole 3 years, you have been shady to me.
I was saying I'm sure.
I'm sure.
No,
I'm not.
that's good though. Like people, love language can change. You should
Whatever.
take it every 6 months because your love language probably will change, especially with you. Like a lot of things kicking off for you now. Like I'm sure quality time probably won't be your number one.
Yeah, quality time is not really my
So,
number one.
yeah, our
right
love
now,
language
yeah.
will change. That's why we should
But
take
it's
it
just like because quality time is not my thing right now because I know I can't be as invested. But it's just like just give me the time that I've asked for, like that I'm considering. That when I do have some free time, I'd rather see what you're doing for me.
I say like
or whatever the case may be.
I
But
think
before the
that
fuck you was
definitely
being
the plan.
shady.
I wasn't being shady. No, I dated someone that was super busy, that was like always on the scene, or like a socialite in DC, and we had to plan. They made time. They made sure that every Wednesday at 8:00, phones off, they in the house, we having date night.
How is that dating a socialite? Does that get annoying because you're
It's
very
draining,
reserved
very draining.
and private.
Anywhere we went in DC, they stopping us on the street. Like it's a lot.
He was with a celebrity.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
How
in
and
DC
how
area.
was that? Was it fun?
It was great.
Was it okay in the beginning? But then it was like, come on, this is too much. You're just trying to walk down the
It
street.
became draining, and then we were like traveling a lot. It was just like this is too much for me. My grandmother was like, well, "What is going on? You're always out of town." Like
But
it was a
then,
lot.
But you doing your dating coach stuff. What if that could have like put you somewhere else. You could have met clients on the go, be doing coaching classes.
I paid my own reality. I still meet clients on the.
Oh, okay. He said he don't care, you know.
So I'm just curious. I hear y'all saying, you know, you have to plan, you know, date night or whatever. But like one night out of the week, out of a 7-day week, is that really enough? Like just being realistic, because
Yeah, it's not.
what
yeah.
I'm saying, the reason I'm asking is because I had situations where I was dating females, and like when I did get off, I would go home for a few minutes, and then I would come over there, but it would be late. It would pretty much be time to go to bed. They didn't consider that quality time because we was
going to bed.
going to bed. I mean, we might watch a little bit of TV, you know what I mean, before we fall asleep, but
But
it
you're not like
wasn't.
really having deep conversations, getting to know each other and stuff like that.
Are you coming back the next day?
Yeah.
Earlier to stay?
I mean,
But if
the
it's
time-
every night,
the
11
time-
p.m.
Well, every night you coming in 11
Especially if they
o'clock.
work a regular 9 to 5, that's really wouldn't be quality
So
time
that's
enough for them.
inconsiderate because they got to get
So
up
that's
and work.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's just
what
your
is really considered quality time? Because you trying to give them the time that you have, but sometimes it's just not enough. Even if you do see them every day, it may not be for long periods.
Right, but that's why you had a conversation. You asked them, what is your definition of quality time? What it is that you expect from me? And you know, I always, me and Candy always talk about this. It's good to talk about your expectations, their expectations, and then y'all come to an agreement. But if y'all can't agree on major things that's important to you, like if quality time is one of them, that might be a no-go. It might
Right.
be good to not even date or try to get to know that person at that time. Like David said, like he was like that at one time. And like you said, you're hungry right now.
Right.
So your priority is making money, building your company and things like
Right.
that. So right now might not be the time for someone who need that time, like the quality
Yeah,
time.
and I get it because I think quality time is different. Because I know, like for me, I'm okay with that couple hours. Because for one, I don't like to be smothered, you know. But then I've learned that I don't mind being smothered if I can tolerate you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say tolerate. Come on, let me get it together.
Hopefully you're in a relationship or
Because
dating someone that you can
see that?
tolerate.
He is always ready to chop my ear off.
Just
You
so
sit there, lock and loaded, and say, "Oh, for their head."
no, I'm saying like you said. Hopefully, if you dating someone, hopefully you
Come
can
on, I was
tolerate
trying
them.
to correct that,
All
coach.
right.
You see how he did me, y'all?
This is why we do
He's
this
so
show, get a
great.
different perspective.
Yeah, so you can beat me up on camera and tell these people my business. No, but like I'm okay with that. You know, you coming and it's only for a little while. It's like at least you're showing interest. You are considering. You're trying to be considerate. You know what I'm saying? Coming in the house every night, coming to see me at 11, 12 o'clock, knowing I gotta get up, knowing that I would want to see you. Yeah, I see what you mean, but it's like, come on, my nigga, this is not working. I only see you after 10. You know I gotta get up at 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I see that. But during the week, if I'm talking to you or I'm seeing you, you coming in, or hey, I'm just gonna grab dinner and come by, or something like that, I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, I don't know. Now, that's the dating phase, because, you know, Coach always make me break it down. To commit to that, would I be able to commit to that? I don't know, because when I'm committed to a relationship, that means I'm being considerate of you, what you're doing, and now I'm going to make my schedule fit to you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, dating someone, if you don't think that would work for you, I would say like, again, people don't betray us, we betray ourselves when we ignore the red flags in the beginning.
Nope.
If you know this is not going to work for you, then don't date them seriously. Don't get in a relationship with someone like that. But also, you know, I'm big on don't settle for less than a date early on. So no Netflix and chilling. You should have multiple dates outside of the home before y'all start like Netflix and chilling and getting to know each other in your private space.
And no sex before exclusivity.
Yeah, no.
Tell him, Coach.
You know, I encourage that. No sex before exclusivity.
And crazy can't hide in the closet longer than what?
10 minutes.
Okay. And what's the other? Y'all know I got these posters coming. And what's the other one? Nobody has 5 bad relationships, the same relationship.
You don't have 5 bad relationships. You had the same bad relationship 5 times.
Okay.
A lot of times with trauma bonding, you pick the same person over and over again.
Yeah, you pick the same person over and over and over
Yeah.
again. And you know, like that song with that girl that won on that show, she said, "I'm tired of getting over you, and over you again." You know, I've been on this like R&B mood today, but Anything else you guys want to add? Anything you would like to add before we get out of here? So, Coach, just what you know of our guest tonight, it's a secret. Would you recommend them to date?
I mean, if they communicate that and someone said,
No,
I
not
can
they. They
handle
right
it.
there. Would you? You see how
I
Coach
speak
do?
in general. I
We won't
don't ever
get,
like
we
point.
won't get
I'm-
back to the general. Look, you see how Coach do? He always come for me, but then when I'm like, all right, come on, Coach. He's always just so delicate.
I would say like if you feel like if you communicate that to someone and they saying, hey, I can handle it, then if you choose to move forward and they choose to move forward. But if they saying I can't handle it, then don't date them because they'll probably be a constant complainer when you come home. Yeah.
He said yes.
Yeah, because I tell people that from the door and they act like they can handle it in the beginning until it becomes a reality. And I'm telling them like, look, I've been at work for 12 hours. I gotta go home, do this. Like I'm not gonna be able to come over there tonight, you know. And it's like they might be okay the first time, but then probably the second time, then it's like I'm starting to feel like you don't like me because, and it's not even that. It's just like,
But are y'all intimate?
you having sex?
Yeah.
Huh?
Getting the draw.
Not all the time, no.
Okay, so I think
'Cause
that
I be-
maybe that's probably why they might be feeling away. Because it's like,
'Cause you're not
my
having
goddamn
sex?
poom poom is dumping and you can't even come over here and put your rod up in it. You know it up. That's why Coach say what? No sex before exclusivity. So now I understand why you say no sex before exclusivity.
I always break it down.
Yeah, I know, but right now I finally heard it. You know, we got somebody sitting here super busy. So, you know, maybe it's not always that it's like, oh, I want to see you spend time with you. You be like, my kitty cat is purring and I need you to come scratch it, okay? Maybe that could be that.
I mean, maybe it is. I don't
So
know.
do you think, so is there anything that you think you would want to change, or are you just like stuck in your ways and it's just like, look, so maybe you might need something of convenience, because I met somebody before and he was like, I don't have time for relationships. And you know, we weren't dating, but he's like, I don't have time for a relationship. He was like, I work all the time. And he just was like, I really just need something of convenience. When I do have the time off, this is the person I want to spend my time with. When I want to get it in, this is who I want to get it in with. And it goes like that. Sometimes I may be able to see you 2 days in a row. Sometimes I may not. So I said to them, I said, well, I don't think you need a prostitute. This is exactly what I said to him. But I definitely think you need somebody, and just tell them up front, look, I just want to have sex and go out to eat.
Is that what they said? That's what they. If that's what they want, yeah.
No, they did. That's
Some
what
people
said.
think they can have it all and they might know how to juggle it. And if someone is down to accept that, then it's fine, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, most people, you may find some people that will be down for that, but I feel like for the time that you're not there, they're going to find somebody else to occupy that space, especially if they are a person that needs that time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I said in the beginning, I feel like somebody would have to be just as busy as I am. You know what I mean? Like, whether it be work or you got a hobby, you work out.
But
Date
how-
multiple people.
But can anything? But okay, so let's
Date
say you
multiple
get
people.
serious with somebody like that. You know, Coach, here. Let's say they come to you and they say, Coach, look, we both real busy, but I'm taking your method and it's working, and we're gonna tie the knot.
But if y'all super, if
How
you both
is-
are busy, how can you really get to know
That's
each
what,
other?
and that's what I wanted to say. Like, how can a relationship with two busy people really work? Then this becomes like
But
a
they
business.
plan dates and they make time for each other. That's
You know,
how they
no, I'm
work.
talking about with family. Like, if somebody is just
But you say
equally
with two
busy.
different, you guys have to plan your dates. That's what be my recommendation. Plan your dates and make time for each other. Again, if your priority is making money and building your company, I think that's great. Do that. But again, if someone is saying, I can't handle that right now, I want to feel like I'm a priority, then that might not be the one for you to date.
Okay.
You
Well,
know?
when you get to know someone outside of having sex, you're talking, right?
Yes.
So I mean, you can do that over the phone. I'm a truck driver. I got my headset. I can talk. I can definitely talk. I'm just not there in the physical.
Okay.
So, you know, I mean, if we're getting to know each other, having conversations, what we want out of life, stuff like that, I can do that. I'm not there physically all the time.
Okay.
You know, so
You're just not physically there all the time.
right.
I don't know. I just feel like this dating world is just so draining.
And
You
then
think so?
I think it can it be so draining because it's like I gotta figure out me along the way, then I got to figure out you, then we come together, now we both got to figure out each other. Like, just leave me alone.
That's why you approach it with the plan. Know exactly what you want and what you're willing to accept. So
but
when you
I do
plan
think
it
you
out,
can miss out on something great just because of how it may be right now. Say for instance,
but
like
that's
he
dating
said,
someone's potential again. I'm
oh
sorry.
look, oh Lord,
I cut you off. I saw that look.
No, it wasn't no look.
Oh.
I'm just saying, here he go. He always gonna chop my head off.
No.
Because it's like, all right, if you're busy and you're busy, I'm busy, he's busy, right? And we go ahead and we make the time we end up being together. We may be busy right now, but guess what? You may eventually have a business, a company where you got a secretary. You have an admin department. You know that. So it's like,
That is what we
maybe
we're
you should
wishing
find
for,
out
but,
what their goal is.
But that's what we're wishing for. But when is that going to happen? Like if you're in a relationship with someone or you're dating someone, they're saying, "Hey, for the next 3 weeks is holiday season. I'm gonna be super busy."
Mm-hmm.
But after the new year, you know, my time is going to free up. So there's a deadline. Second week of January, their time is going to free up. They're going to be able to give me time with them. They're going to be physically available.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's no deadline and you need them to be physically available to you, then that might be an issue for you.
Yeah, but I'm busy now. And I would hate for somebody to meet me and be like, yo, you just too, like, what you say? I'm the prize. I am great. So it's like, I would hate for somebody to like meet me and be like, well, you're too busy right now, so that's just past.
Right
But
now,
it's like,
would you
yo,
make
my
time for
goal is to have staff.
But
So it's like, look, I can hang out with you.
But you would make time for them right now or no? You don't have the
I
time
would be able to give you time, but I probably like he said, I wouldn't be able to give you every day, all day, unless you were physically, because it's happened. Unless you physically damn near lived here with me,
Right.
unless you physically was here with me,
Right.
unless I was sitting here and I'm up working on my business late at night. Like he said, you come in the house, you doing your paperwork. I'm not gonna feel the way because we both working, and it's just like, all right, babe, I want to take 10 minutes. Let me kiss on you for a second. You get what I'm saying? Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that could definitely work if we are living together. But I definitely can see how it may be an issue if
But y'all
we
not living together.
aren't living together.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying, and I would hate to, I don't know. I would just hate for somebody to come along and I say don't judge a person by the chapter of their life you walked in on. Because then like I said, once I get a staff and I'm like, what you doing today? All right, you want to take off for 3 days? All right, take off for 3 days. Fuck it. Well, what about your show? I'm going to do it from Bermuda. Come on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to miss out on you because you're busy.
But see, you know that I will take off, but I'm not taking off to stay here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
What you mean, take off to stay here?
to stay in Baltimore. Like, I just feel like when I do have my downtime, I don't want to be here.
You want to
So it's like, if a person can stick with me through the normal, like we'll take trips, we'll take vacations, we'll have, 4 and 5 day vacations somewhere in there. I just don't think, probably for most people, I don't do it often enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need something every day.
Who's running the business when you take off? Or is it just shut down?
I shut it down.
Oh, okay.
I shut it down. I mean, my cousin, he runs, he runs with me as well. But for my portion, like my truck, I just shut it completely down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd say I think like when you date someone and they're not showing you who you need them to be right then and there, you are banking on potential. And the only thing what I recommend my clients is to bank on what are you showing me right now. And I don't want to bank on what might happen. If I'm banking on your potential, I'm banking on what might happen. So I mean, it's a risk, and are you willing to take that gamble with your feelings and stuff?
Are you guys willing to take a gamble with your feelings and the risk? What are you willing to avoid and what are you willing to get into? The coach say, date with intentions. Keep the box and your ping pong locked down into exclusivity, because when you give it up, that's even more excitement. Anticipation is sexy. Is that what you say?
when you like leading up to that, like anticipation is very sexy. Yeah.
You hear that? Anticipation is sexy. So I don't know. You know me. He said
I haven't said that in a while. You remember that?
I remember everything you said. I got to. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, he says date with intentions. I say like who like you. He say, fuck it. He too busy. You feel me? Figure it out one day a week.
Would you date someone that's super busy?
I'm super busy now. Could I date somebody that was super busy before? No.
Now you can.
But now I can because I got my own shit going. So it's just like, but at the same time, disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
I'm
listening.
Disclaimer.
I'm listening.
No,
yeah.
disclaimer. It kind of goes with what he said. Like, for where you lack, somebody else will. So it's like there is that. You know what I'm saying? That thing that I don't think is really too good because you can't give me the time. And although I may say, look, I'm really interested in you. I would rather do this whole thing with you. But you know what? Elton John over here takes me out and do all these things and makes the time for me. I told Elton John what it is. Elton John even knows about you. But at the same time, you feel me? I got to get where I fit in because if I'm going to make time for you, you should be making the same time for me. I'm that person. I'll make time. I'll make time because it's like, I know what it's like to be super, super busy.
Well, you supported basically what I just said because you said now that you're busy, probably before when you weren't so busy, you wouldn't date someone that was super busy. But now you don't have that much time either.
Yeah,
Which goes back to what I said. I feel like somebody needs to be just as busy as me, and then they won't be looking for me at 5 o'clock. Like, what time you coming home? What time you getting off? What we gonna do tonight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got things to do too. You know what I mean? And like the coach said, we'll have to plan in order, like, all right, on Wednesday, we're going to shut it down and do X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? So we can get some time in together.
Yeah. I just think on both parts, it would take effort.
Right.
It would take effort and to show that you are at least interested or that you are at least trying, attempting. Basically, coach is looking at me like,
I'm listening.
we not doing it.
It's up to the individual.
You know how he looking like?
No, I'm listening.
Yeah,
It's all up to the individuals. Again, like for my clients, I think it's all about getting to know people, making sure they have the time to get to know each other, have good conversations. But I mean, it's up to them.
Well, he said that it's up to you guys what you choose to do, what you choose to tolerate. Everybody is not that busy. People make time for what they.
Some people are genuinely busy.
Yo, I don't care. Ain't nobody that fucking busy. It's 24 hours a day. You busy. If you that busy, you shouldn't even be able to find time to wash your ass. That's super busy to me. Where you can't even find time to do nothing for you. You just going. As soon as you pick up, 100 miles rolling. That's busy to me. If you find time to decide to say, I want something to eat, I'm hungry, I'm gonna go here, I got time to sit in a restaurant, I can watch basketball, football, go to a game, or go to the movies. You can make goddamn time. You can make time. But somebody that is just like put their feet down to the pedal to the metal, 100 miles rolling, that's super busy to me. So then you can be damn near dirty. That to be busy for me. I think you would be dirty. That's what I consider. Because it's just like, people make time for what they want. At the end of the day, people do make time. People know how, we are human. We know how to show interest. We know how to show emotion. We know how to show that we like someone. So it's just like, come on, are you that busy that you can't even do that? Because if that's the case, it's like, why did you turn into Charlie Wilson? Excuse me, miss, where you from? You know what I'm saying? What's your name? Can I take you out tonight? No, nigga, you ain't got no time. So, I don't know. But I definitely think you need to be with somebody that's on your same stature as far as busyness or just with your goals in life in general. Because, it's not about where you are, it's about where you hit it. And as long as you're with somebody with some direction, I think everything will be all right. How about you? He kills me!
Because I think it's about where they are right now. Sometimes, like, again, you're intentional, y'all should
Eric put caps. She put caps. EFFORT. Effort. All right. She said, fuck all that, coach. Effort.
Priorities. If someone's priority is money and building their company.
That was not Luther. Was that Luther? Was that Luther?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Oh, well, my bad. You read them old niggas.
That was the new school Luther.
See, well.
Later on.
Well, because Charlie was like, hi, my name is Charlie Wilson. Either way, especially if you know that that's Luther, and y'all know it's Luther, y'all know Luther made time, okay? There's no excuse for that, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. Anything you have to say before we get out of here tonight, you guys?
No. Happy
Production
holidays
on
to
cue.
everyone.
Yeah,
Make
happy
sure you
holidays to everyone.
follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Coach Nick Love. Check out my website, CoachNickLove.com. Also check out my Facebook group, Dating Made Simple with Coach Nick Love. And thank you again for having me.
Yeah,
you know, I always have a good time.
I
And
don't know, because you always fucking shady. You know, I told him I'm going to do a whole show with nothing but dating coaches bloopers.
I don't think I'm
Dating
shady.
coaches
I'm just
shadiest
giving
moment.
what my recommendations would be for my client.
Do you recommend me to date? And we're gonna hold that thought. You don't see how his face changed? Like, you know, we're gonna
I
hold.
wasn't expecting that
Yeah, we're gonna
question.
hold that thought. It's been a pleasure. I met you. I don't even know how the hell I met you.
Oh, I hit you up.
You
Hit
hit
you up in your DM.
Yeah, like,
and
look,
he
look.
asked if he come on the show.
Yeah,
And then-
production.
And your response was, "Is this gonna charge like?"
Yo,
No,
let me
come
tell
on,
you,
promote.
this is funny because we're gonna say go ahead. I'm going to put it up. Goodbye 2020. Because when I met the coach, you guys, Coach is so professional. Everything is so professional. When he inboxed me, it was like this formal essay. Like his whole resume came, and I'm like, oh, this guy is really good. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you in on the secret. I manifested you. And you never even knew that.
Wow.
Yeah, so I actually, my first year, I manifested Coach. You understand? I spoke you into existence. But when Coach went in and he sent this thing, it's like a resume. I was like, hold on, this is my first year. Is this man going to charge me? Because he coming through with like $1 million introduction. He was like, look, I'm here. I need to be there. And one thing I wanted to say is like, from the very beginning, you came to the 1 year anniversary. You didn't know me, even though he was only there because he was trying to, connect, make the network. You know I know what it is. So I
I sat at my own table.
He said, I sat at my own table. I don't like y'all.
No, everyone was like with their own clique.
Yeah, but I truly appreciate you that I met you, and you have been extremely consistent with me, even with all of my latenesses and everything, and even the relationship we began to develop over time. Sometimes I share. I just truly appreciate you that you took the opportunity to want to come on a platform with somebody you have never ever even knew, and you came to my 1 year anniversary. Like, you have been supporting me from the very, very beginning. You have given me insight on things. We chit chat. You've never been selfish with information. And from the time I've met you, you've just always been like pouring into me. I feel like we pour into each other. You've loosened up. Everybody loves our chemistry. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for just being here, a part of somebody you didn't even know. And you show up, you come, and if anything, you are just as dedicated as I am to CCS as you are to your dating, your dating coach. And not only that, because you come here, you are also dedicated to CCS too. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. And, you are amazing. And I just want to see you flourish.
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, I definitely appreciate that. I love your energy. I love coming to CCS. I'm always here to support you. Of course, I'm not ever going to be stingy with information. If I can offer something, give some insight, I'm definitely here to support, Black-owned businesses and entrepreneurs. So I just appreciate you being welcoming to me and inviting me back over and over again. So I appreciate that. I always enjoy myself here. I love our relationship. So
Yes, I do too.
Yeah.
And then you're just so open.
Yeah, I was thinking about you earlier, actually. I was going to Walmart and
You should have texted me. What he say? If you want somebody mind, they think about.
But no, I was thinking about the first time I came on your show and when I was going over my dating tips, and you said, so you want someone to go on a date and be a robot? I just thought that was so funny. Thank you for inviting me back over and over again. I always enjoy my time.
I definitely was myself from the very first time I met you. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
I think you're dope. Like I
you are too.
I love you, dude. You know what I'm saying? And anytime I flourish, I always make sure, Coach is one of the people that I will always make sure he always has a slot. No matter how big I get, Coach, on CCS, because you took a chance. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know me. You didn't look at my content and say, because at first it was Lord, you just was like, I love it. Even though he thought I was a stripper. Yes! He thought I used to be a stripper. That was funny. But I just really support. You've just been supportive from the very beginning. And another secret, Coach is the reason why the show got moved from Fridays to Wednesdays. and I stuck with it. So y'all didn't even know that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you forgot about that.
Yeah.
Look, see,
Yeah,
you had
wow.
said that like my
Right.
first or second year. You was like, hey, go season 2. It's like, what about going on like Wednesdays? I'm like, I don't know.
I remember that. We used to have this conversation over and over again, and I always would tell you, I was like, Candy, the research is there. We are not the ones who starting stuff like this off. Like the research there. Look at the research. Whatever the research is telling you, follow the research. Like a lot of people have already done the work. Just follow like their blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Coach is the reason why CCS went from Friday to Wednesdays.
Oh, I forgot about
So
that.
I manifested him, and I was open enough to let this man change my goddamn schedule. Y'all know, I don't let nobody tell me what to do around here. You know, but.
And you were so resistant at first. I remember
I
that. You
was.
was like, no, my community like Fridays. It's like how I kept approaching it.
You
I was like,
did.
I'll try.
He's
It's like
always
all the
very
research.
professional with everything he freaking do. I hate it because it's like, even if you don't want to do it, Coach, you're like, all right, Coach, you become codependent as fuck. Like, all right, Coach, you know your feelings matter more than mine. But it's been working, and even still, I'm like, with my schedule, you guys, y'all don't know, like, but some of you do. I get off literally an hour before my show starts. So I put a lot of pressure on myself. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
So, you know.
And that's something I'm always saying, don't be so hard on yourself.
I know. But
That's a flaw that Virgos have. I'm a Virgo, like perfection, but.
I'm an Aquarius.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I can relate to that, but I had to tell myself, don't be so hard on yourself, you know? Yeah.
But like this, oh my gosh.
I know,
This is
season 3.
2020, the last show of season 3
Wow.
of 2020.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
happy
just-
that I'm here, part of the last show.
Yeah, and this season.
And I think I hold the record too, right?
You do.
For
He's
being
been
on
on
the
the
guest
guest,
on the show.
the most repeated guest. He comes often, he gets y'all going, and then he takes back, and then he be like, boom, and then they be like, where's Coach? And I be like, well, Coach dumped us, okay? But Coach is always busy, but thank you for being here. Producer, you guys, I know they're like, what the hell? We thought this was, I'm sorry, y'all. It's the wine, y'all. It's the wine, okay? The wine got me feeling like whining, okay? Producer, you guys, I hope I don't start crying.
Aww.
I'm sorry, you have to cut the camera. But, you know, producer, you know, when I first started CCS, that's who I did it with. You know, my baby right here, you know, just has been here. So it's kind of like I'm loving, you know, how it's gotten back to its regular format of the originality that's been around me, because he motivates me, I motivate him. Like I tell you all the time, you are like my little superhero wrapped up in a blanket, and you always make me continue to do everything. You know, you've been here through every ups and downs, and when your aunt is just like beating herself up, he's been here through all the heartbreaks, the business breaks, the piss me off breaks, you know, and he always just be like, Tiki, you fine, Tiki. Okay, well, you know, fuck him, Tiki, but not saying fuck him, you know, because he don't curse. But I'm just mind your business, Shirley. Don't try to get him in trouble. But you know, I just love you, and I just want you to know, like, you are one of my biggest inspirations, and I want you to know that. And I am so glad that you are here with me to experience this life. And you better not cry. You know, I see him holding it back. I know, I'm trying. But I just want you to know I love you so much, and thank you for even taking the time out of your teenage life to come here and be with your aunt as she chases her dream. I truly appreciate that.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart. I love you so very much.
I love
you so much.
You need a tissue?
No, I'm gonna hold it in. I'm gonna cry on camera, you know. But he said on Friday, you gonna cry in the car. You know what I'm saying? But I just want you to say thank you, because I feel like I'm back to my roots. And you're going off to college soon. And I was just in here talking to Coach last week, losing my mind. Like, you guys, I love him so much. Like, I don't really talk about my child as much because she's a girl and some pervs out here. So, you know what I'm saying? Not saying they don't bother him, but it's just like, I keep crying. So, and it's just like, you know, you're off to college soon. And I'm trying not to think about it. I know God has me, but I don't know what I'm going to do when you leave, you know, but I just know we'll be all right, and I'm a phone call away.
Yeah.
And I love you
It's
so
only
much.
3 hours. It's only
I
3
love you
hours.
so much for
I
being
love
here with
you
me
too.
and dedicating this time. Even when I'm a showzilla, you don't take it personal. And you know, I just love you, dude.
I love you, Auntie. Oh, that's so sweet.
All right, you guys. So 2020 is coming to an end. It has been rough for some of us, and some of us things have been just a little shift in the atmosphere. But I want you to know that if I can get through it while chasing my dream, so can you. Don't allow the hoops and hurdles of life to make you spiral out of control. It's about how you spiral with them. So when life knocks you down a million times, just keep getting back up and just understand that God has you no matter what. Until next week, I will see you in 2021. Bye. Oh, I just feel like I'm going to cry, you guys.